Imagine waking up one day to the news. Scientists have discovered a way to travel faster than light. Sounds like something straight out of science fiction, right? But what if I told you that some theories suggest it might actually be possible? What if we could reach another star in days instead of centuries? Could we bend space, create wormholes, or ride a warp bubble like in the movies? Or is light speed truly the ultimate limit? Today we're diving into the mind-blowing possibilities of faster-than-light travel, and trust me, you don't want to miss this. Ready? Let's go! The speed of light. Hey, have you ever wondered why we're stuck crawling through the universe at such slow speeds? I mean, think about it. Our fastest spacecraft takes thousands of years just to reach the nearest star. But then we hear about the speed of light, the ultimate speed limit of the universe. So why can't we just press the gas and zoom past it? Well, it turns out Einstein had something to say about that. His theory of special relativity tells us that as you get closer to the speed of light, 299,792,458 meters per second to be exact, things start getting weird. Your mass increases, time slows down, and eventually, it would take infinite energy to push you past the light speed barrier. Yep, infinite. That's more energy than all the stars in the galaxy combined. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but what if we just built an engine that's ridiculously powerful? That's the problem. No matter how much fuel or thrust you have, you can't outrun light. It's like a game with rules we can't break. And if we somehow did, weird things could happen, like time travel, causality-breaking paradoxes, or even physics itself collapsing. But hold on. Before we lose hope, some wild theories suggest that maybe, just maybe, there is a way to cheat the system. Enter warp drives and wormholes, two mind-blowing ideas that could rewrite everything we know about space travel. So, is faster-than-light travel possible? Let's talk about the crazy ideas that just might work. Theoretical possibilities. Alright, what if I told you there's a way to travel faster than light without actually breaking any laws of physics? Sounds crazy, right? But that's exactly what some theories suggest. Instead of moving through space, what if we could bend space itself? That's the idea behind the Alcubierre warp drive. Imagine a spaceship that contracts space in front of it and expands space behind it. The ship itself doesn't actually move, it just rides a wave of space-time, kind of like a surfer catching the perfect wave. The best part? Since you're not technically moving through space, you're not breaking the speed limit. But wait, you ask, why aren't we already building one? Well, there's a small problem. The warp drive needs exotic matter with negative energy, something we don't even know exists yet. Oh, and if we did find it, you'd need the energy of a small star to power the thing. No big deal, right? Then there's the wormhole idea. Instead of traveling across vast distances, why not create a shortcut? If space-time is like a folded sheet of paper, a wormhole would be like punching a hole straight through it. Instead of taking millions of years to reach another galaxy, you'd just step through and be there instantly. But surprise, surprise, wormholes also come with their own problems. They might collapse instantly, they might require impossible physics to stay open, and worst of all, they could be unstable portals of doom that rip apart anything that enters them. Fun, right? So, while these ideas sound straight out of sci-fi, scientists are actually exploring them seriously. And who knows, one breakthrough could change everything. But for now, we're stuck playing by the universe's rules. Or are we? Let's talk about the paradoxes of FTL travel, and why it might break reality itself. Challenges and paradoxes. Alright, let's say we somehow cheated physics and found a way to zoom past the speed of light. Cool, right? Well, not so fast. The moment you go faster than light, you break time itself. Yes, you heard that right. FTL travel messes up cause and effect, leading to paradoxes so wild they'd make your brain hurt. Imagine this. You hop into your FTL spaceship and fly to a distant planet faster than light. From your perspective, everything seems normal. But according to an observer back on Earth, you've just arrived at your destination before you even left. How's that possible? That's the causality problem, when effects happen before their causes. Now take it a step further. What if you send a message back to Earth using another FTL signal? Based on relativity, your message could arrive before you even sent it. Think about that. Someone on Earth could get your message and stop you from ever sending it in the first place. Congrats, you've just created a time paradox where reality contradicts itself. Welcome to the Twilight Zone, and it doesn't stop there. Physicists have proposed something called the grandfather paradox. What if FTL travel allowed you to go back in time and, let's say, prevent your grandfather from meeting your grandmother. You wouldn't exist, but then you wouldn't have been able to go back in time in the first place. These paradoxes aren't just annoying thought experiments, they tell us that something fundamental about FTL travel doesn't fit with our understanding of the universe. So, unless we find a way to rewrite the laws of physics, breaking the speed of light might just be the key to breaking reality itself. But wait, there's something even weirder at play. Let's talk quantum mechanics. A glitch in the speed limit. Okay, if faster-than-light travel is impossible, then someone needs to explain what's going on with quantum entanglement. Because in the quantum world, things seem to break the rules all the time. Here's how it works. Imagine you have two particles, one on Earth and one on the other side of the galaxy. If these particles are entangled, changing one will instantly affect the other, no matter how far apart they are. Sounds like instant communication, right? Well, not exactly. Even though this connection happens faster than light, it doesn't actually transmit information. You can't use it to send messages or travel through space, at least not in any way we currently understand. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance, and honestly, even physicists are still scratching their heads over it. But here's the interesting part. Some researchers believe quantum entanglement might be a clue that the speed of light isn't the absolute limit after all. What if our current understanding of space and time is just a piece of a much bigger puzzle? What if the universe has hidden shortcuts that we just haven't discovered yet? Some scientists have even suggested that quantum mechanics could be connected to wormholes, tiny microscopic ones that constantly open and close in space-time. If that's true, could we one day scale them up and turn them into real, usable wormholes for space travel? It's a long shot, but hey, so was flying once upon a time. One thing's for sure, the more we dig into quantum weirdness, the more we realize that reality is way more mysterious than we ever imagined. But what does all this mean for the future of faster-than-light travel? Is it just sci-fi, or could we actually crack the code one day? Let's talk about recent breakthroughs and what's next. Recent developments and research. Alright, so we've talked about how faster-than-light travel is currently impossible, how it could break reality, and how quantum mechanics might be hinting at something bigger. But what if I told you that scientists haven't given up yet? In fact, some mind-blowing research suggests that FTL travel might not be as far-fetched as we thought. Let's start with the Alcubierre warp drive. Remember that sci-fi idea where a spaceship doesn't move but instead bends space around it? Well, in 2021, a group of physicists found a way to tweak the original math, meaning that a warp drive might actually be possible without exotic matter. The catch? We'd still need insane amounts of energy, but hey, progress is progress. Then there's quantum tunneling, an effect where particles seemingly teleport through barriers instead of going around them. Some researchers believe this could hint at a way to manipulate space-time itself. If we ever learn how to scale this effect up to spaceships, we could be looking at a whole new method of breaking the speed barrier. And here's something wild. A 2019 study suggested that faster-than-light motion might actually be possible inside certain plasma waves. Scientists at NASA have even experimented with using plasma fields to manipulate light speed limits inside controlled environments. It's small scale for now, but what if it's a stepping stone to something bigger? Sure, none of this means we'll be zipping through the cosmos tomorrow, but science is all about small discoveries leading to big breakthroughs. If we can keep pushing the boundaries of physics, who knows? Maybe one day we'll look back and laugh at the idea that we ever thought FTL travel was impossible. So, with all this research happening, the real question is, what's next? Let's talk about the future of interstellar travel. The future of faster-than-light travel. So will we ever break the speed of light? Honestly, right now, it looks impossible. The laws of physics, time paradoxes, and energy requirements all stack against us. But here's the thing. History is full of impossibilities that humans eventually overcame. People once believed heavier-than-air flight was impossible. Then the Wright brothers came along. They thought space travel was just science fiction, until we landed on the moon. We believed breaking the sound barrier would destroy an aircraft, until Chuck Yeager proved everyone wrong. The point? Just because something seems impossible today, doesn't mean it always will be. The universe is full of mysteries we haven't unlocked yet, and every day, scientists are getting closer to understanding how space, time, and physics really work. Maybe one day we'll harness quantum mechanics, crack the secret of negative energy, or find a hidden law of physics that lets us leap across galaxies in seconds. Maybe we just haven't asked the right questions yet. But even if FTL travel never becomes a reality, our hunger to explore will never stop. The universe is vast, beautiful, and full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Whether it takes us a lifetime or a millennium, we're going to keep pushing forward, one breakthrough at a time. So what do you think? Will we ever travel faster than light? Or is the universe telling us to slow down and enjoy the ride? Let's talk in the comments. So, will we ever crack the code for faster than light travel? Right now, it's a mystery, but science is always evolving. Who knows? The next big breakthrough could be just around the corner. What do you think? Will humanity ever zip across galaxies at warp speed, or are we forever stuck crawling through space? Let's discuss in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe to InnoVision Tech for more mind-blowing science and future tech content. See you in the next one. The Soviet Union was a powerhouse of engineering, creating machines that often seemed to defy logic and imagination. From colossal aircraft to hybrid sea skimmers, their inventions pushed the limits of technology and design. Did you know the Antonov An-225 Mriya still holds the record as the largest cargo plane ever built? These machines weren't just tools, they were bold statements of power and innovation. So get ready to uncover the craziest Soviet machines you won't believe actually exist. The Antonov An-225 Mriya. The Antonov An-225 Mriya is an extraordinary aircraft, often hailed as the heavyweight champion of the skies. Developed in the 1980s by the Soviet Union, its primary mission was to transport the Buran space shuttle, showcasing Soviet engineering prowess. This colossal plane boasts a wingspan longer than a football field, about 88.4 meters, and is powered by 6 massive engines, enabling it to carry an astonishing maximum payload of up to 640 tons. To put that into perspective, it can lift cargo equivalent to a small skyscraper. What truly sets the An-225 apart is its unique design tailored to handle such immense size and weight. It features 32 wheels spread across 6 landing gears, providing stability during takeoff and landing, and a distinctive twin tail to maintain control. This design allows it to transport oversized and heavy cargo that no other plane can manage, including massive turbines, industrial equipment, and even entire trains. Despite its unmatched capabilities, only one An-225 was ever completed, making it a rare and iconic marvel in aviation history. Beyond its technical achievements, the An-225 symbolizes the ambition and ingenuity of Soviet aerospace engineering. Today it continues to captivate aviation enthusiasts worldwide, representing a blend of power, innovation, and the spirit of exploration that defined an era. Its legacy endures as a testament to what human creativity can achieve in the skies. The T-35. The T-35 tank stands out as a unique and formidable machine from the 1930s, embodying Soviet ambition on the battlefield. What makes the T-35 truly remarkable is its 5 turrets, each armed and capable of firing independently. This multi-turret design was revolutionary, allowing the tank to engage multiple targets at once, a concept far ahead of its time. Weighing over 45 tons, the T-35 was essentially a fortress on tracks, built to break through enemy lines with overwhelming firepower. Despite its impressive size and armament, the T-35 had significant drawbacks. Its massive weight made it slow and cumbersome, limiting its mobility on the battlefield. Additionally, the tank suffered from frequent mechanical issues, which reduced its reliability during combat. These weaknesses made it vulnerable, especially against more agile and better armored opponents. Nevertheless, the T-35 remains a fascinating chapter in tank development history. It symbolizes a bold experiment in military engineering, reflecting the Soviet Union's desire to innovate and dominate through sheer firepower and multi-target engagement. While it wasn't a perfect design and saw limited success in actual warfare, the T-35's ambitious concept influenced future tank designs and remains an iconic example of early 20th century armored vehicle innovation. Its legacy is a testament to the era's daring approach to mechanized warfare. The Lun-class Ekranoplan. The Lun-class Ekranoplan is a remarkable hybrid vehicle that blurs the line between aircraft and ship. Designed by the Soviet Union, it operates using the ground effect, a phenomenon where a vehicle flies just meters above the water's surface, gaining lift from the air trapped between the wings and the water. This design allows the Lun to achieve incredible speeds, exceeding 300 miles per hour, which is faster than many conventional ships, and even rivals some aircraft. Powered by 8 jet engines, the Lun was primarily a military asset, built to swiftly transport missiles and troops across bodies of water like the Caspian Sea while evading radar detection. Its ability to skim so close to the water made it difficult to track, offering a strategic advantage. The vehicle's massive size, combined with its speed and low-altitude operation, made it an engineering marvel of its time. Only a handful of Lun-class Ekranoplans were ever constructed, emphasizing its role as a secretive Soviet weapon. Today, it stands as a testament to Soviet innovation and ambition, showcasing a unique approach to military transport that exploited aerodynamic principles in an unconventional way. The Lun remains a fascinating example of Cold War-era technology, symbolizing a daring blend of air and sea capabilities that few other machines have matched. The Buran Space Shuttle. The Buran shuttle was the Soviet Union's ambitious response to the American Space Shuttle program, and it was really distinguished by some unique technological features. Unlike the US shuttle, Buran was capable of fully unmanned flight and automated landings, which is honestly a remarkable achievement that continues to impress aerospace engineers to this day. In 1988, it completed its only orbital mission, circling Earth twice and returning safely without a crew on board. While the Buran's design was influenced by NASA's shuttle, it actually incorporated different engines and onboard systems, reflecting the Soviet approach to space technology. This divergence showcased not only technical innovation, but also a strategic vision that was really tailored to Soviet capabilities and goals. Despite its technological sophistication, the Buran program was short-lived. The collapse of the Soviet Union halted further development and missions, leaving Buran as a symbol of unrealized potential in space exploration. It represents a period of intense competition between superpowers, where advancements pushed the boundaries of what was possible in aerospace engineering. Today, Buran stands as a testament to Soviet ingenuity and the high stakes of the Cold War space race, embodying both the promise and the challenges of that era. Its legacy continues to captivate those interested in Soviet technology and the history of human spaceflight. The VDNKh robot. The VDNKh robot was an early Soviet experiment in humanoid robotics, designed to demonstrate the USSR's technological capabilities during exhibitions. This prototype could perform simple tasks and mimic basic human movements, showcasing robotics technology that was, honestly, pretty advanced for its time. Beyond its mechanical functions, the VDNKh robot symbolized Soviet optimism about the future, reflecting a vision where robots would support humans in industry and everyday life. Though primitive compared to modern robots, the VDNKh robot played a significant role as a stepping stone in robotics history. It combined engineering with theatrical showmanship, capturing the imagination of exhibition audiences and hinting at a future where humans and machines might collaborate closely. This early humanoid robot really exemplified the Soviet Union's drive to innovate and inspire through technology, blending practical demonstration with symbolic hope for progress. Its legacy lies not only in its mechanical design, but also in its cultural impact, representing a time when robotics was emerging as a field full of promise and possibility. The VDNKh robot remains a fascinating piece of Soviet technological history, illustrating how early robotics experiments helped shape ideas about automation and human-machine interaction. This aligns with broader Soviet efforts to push technological boundaries, as seen in other iconic machines like the Antonov An-225 and the Buran shuttle. The MAZ 7907. The MAZ 7907 is an extraordinary Soviet heavy transporter, designed to tackle the most demanding logistical challenges. Measuring as long as a city bus and equipped with 32 wheels, this colossal vehicle was engineered to haul massive rocket components and military equipment across difficult terrain. What sets the MAZ 7907 apart is not just its size, but, honestly, its sophisticated engineering. Each of its wheels can pivot independently, granting it remarkable maneuverability despite its enormous bulk. This capability allows the MAZ 7907 to navigate tight spaces and complex routes that would be impossible for ordinary vehicles of similar size. Its power and mobility make it a true marvel, capable of carrying loads that would crush standard transporters. The vehicle really exemplifies Soviet determination to overcome logistical obstacles with innovative, large-scale engineering solutions. Even decades after its creation, the MAZ 7907 remains one of the largest and most impressive transport vehicles ever built. It stands as a testament to Soviet ingenuity and ambition, reflecting a period when designing machines capable of extraordinary feats was a national priority. This aligns with other iconic Soviet technological achievements like the Antonov An-225 Mriya and the Lun-class Ekranoplan, all showcasing a commitment to pushing the boundaries of engineering and transportation. The Caspian Sea Monster. The Caspian Sea Monster, officially known as the KM Ekranoplan, was a secret Soviet ground effect vehicle that amazed the world with its unprecedented size and speed. Measuring over 100 meters in length and weighing nearly 500 tons, it was designed to fly just meters above the water's surface, exploiting the aerodynamic ground effect to achieve remarkable stability and speed. Capable of exceeding 300 miles per hour, it was faster than most naval ships, making it a formidable military transport. Its hybrid nature, neither fully a plane nor a ship, blurred conventional engineering boundaries. This allowed the Caspian Sea Monster to carry heavy military payloads swiftly across the Caspian Sea while evading radar detection by flying extremely low. The vehicle's innovative design combined elements of maritime and aviation technology, creating a unique class of transport that was both stealthy and powerful. Despite its impressive capabilities, the project was eventually abandoned, largely due to changing military priorities and technological challenges. Nonetheless, the Caspian Sea Monster remains a towering symbol of Soviet innovation and secrecy during the Cold War. Today, it stands as one of the most fascinating and mysterious machines ever built, embodying the Soviet Union's daring approach to pushing the limits of technology and redefining what vehicles could achieve. Thanks for watching this deep dive into some of the craziest Soviet machines ever built. If you enjoyed exploring these incredible feats of engineering, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss an InnoVision Tech update. We love hearing from you, so drop a comment below telling us which machine amazed you the most or what tech topics you want us to cover next. Join the InnoVision Tech community, and let's keep uncovering the future of technology together. Time isn't as straightforward as we think. Research shows our brains can actually distort time, making seconds feel like minutes or moments seem to freeze, especially during intense experiences. For example, when you glance at a clock, it might appear to stop briefly, an illusion called chronostasis. This reveals that what we call time is deeply tied to perception, not just a ticking clock. Here's the striking truth. Time as we experience it is often an illusion created by our minds. Did you know about this fascinating fact? What is time, really? Time is something we all experience every second, yet its true nature remains one of the biggest mysteries. What if time isn't this unstoppable force flowing outside of us, but instead, a concept created by our minds to make sense of the world? When you think about it, time is how we measure change, sunrises, seasons, aging. But without change, would time even exist? Humans invented clocks and calendars to organize life, but nature doesn't follow a ticking clock, it simply moves through events. This means time might not be a fundamental part of the universe, but rather a tool we use to understand it. Science backs this up. Einstein's theory of relativity revealed that time isn't fixed. It can stretch and shrink depending on how fast you're moving or how strong gravity is around you. This isn't just theory. Astronauts in space experience time slightly differently than we do on Earth. So time isn't the same for everyone, everywhere. It's flexible, not absolute. This challenges everything we think we know about the past, present, and future. Maybe time is less about clocks and more about perception, a mental framework that helps us navigate life. If time is an illusion, then what does that mean for how we live? Could it mean that the moments we experience right now are all that truly exist? Understanding time this way changes how we see our lives, pushing us to focus on the present, instead of worrying about what's next or what's behind. Time might be a trick our brains play, but it's a trick that shapes our entire reality. Time as a human construct. Time as a human construct is a fascinating idea that flips how we usually think about our daily lives. We often assume time is this universal, unchanging backdrop against which everything happens. But in reality, time is a system we created to bring order to the chaos around us. Think about how different cultures have developed various calendars and ways to mark time. Some based on the moon, others on the sun, and even seasons. None of these are natural clocks. They're tools invented to help us coordinate activities, plan for the future, and remember the past. Nature itself doesn't follow a strict schedule. Rivers flow, trees grow, and animals live their lives without consulting a clock. This means time, as we know it, is more about human convenience than an absolute cosmic rule. Our brains are wired to perceive events in a sequence, which helps us survive and make decisions, but this perception doesn't necessarily reflect how the universe operates. When you realize time is a human-made framework, it opens up a new way of looking at life. One where the pressure to beat the clock or save time might just be a habit, not a necessity. This perspective encourages us to slow down, appreciate moments as they come, and understand that the ticking clock is more about us than about the world itself. Time might be a clever invention, but it's also a reminder of our creativity and need for structure in an otherwise unpredictable universe. The physics of time. Einstein's theory of relativity completely changed how we understand time. Before him, time was seen as a steady, unchanging river flowing at the same pace for everyone, everywhere. But Einstein showed that time is much more flexible. It can bend and stretch depending on how fast you're moving, or how strong gravity is nearby. This means that two people experiencing different speeds or gravitational forces can actually experience time at different rates. For example, astronauts orbiting Earth age just a tiny bit slower than people on the surface because of these effects. This isn't science fiction, it's been proven by precise experiments. The idea that time is relative shatters the old notion of a universal clock ticking the same for all. Instead, time becomes something intertwined with space, forming a four-dimensional fabric called space-time. When objects move or have mass, they warp this fabric, causing time to behave in surprising ways. This discovery forces us to rethink what time really is. It's not an independent entity, but a dimension affected by the universe's conditions. Understanding this helps us see that our everyday experience of time is just one version of many possible realities. Time's flexibility at cosmic scales hints that what we perceive as fixed and absolute is actually fluid and dependent on perspective. This revelation is one of the most profound shifts in science and philosophy, inviting us to question how we live and perceive existence itself. Time dilation explained. Time dilation is one of the most mind-blowing consequences of Einstein's relativity. It means that time doesn't tick at the same speed for everyone. If you were to travel close to the speed of light, your experience of time would slow down compared to someone standing still on Earth. So, while minutes might pass for you, hours or even years could pass for others. This isn't just theoretical, it's been confirmed by experiments with fast-moving particles and precise atomic clocks on airplanes. Time dilation also happens near massive objects like black holes, where gravity is so intense that it warps space-time dramatically. For someone falling into a black hole, time would seem normal, but to an outside observer, their time would appear to slow down and almost freeze. This phenomenon shows that time is not a universal constant, but something flexible and relative to your position and speed. It challenges the everyday assumption that time flows uniformly for everyone. Instead, time becomes a personal experience, varying with circumstances. This idea opens up fascinating possibilities about how we understand aging, travel, and even the nature of reality itself. Time dilation reveals that the universe is far stranger and more complex than our everyday experiences suggest, making us question what we really mean when we say time. The arrow of time. The arrow of time is a concept that explains why we experience time as moving forward, never backward. This directionality is closely linked to entropy, which is the measure of disorder in a system. According to the second law of thermodynamics, entropy always increases over time in an isolated system. Think of it like a messy room that naturally gets messier unless you clean it up. This increase in disorder gives time its arrow, pointing from past to future. Without this tendency toward greater entropy, time might feel reversible, like a movie you can rewind and play forward again. But because entropy grows, events unfold in one direction, creating the flow of time we experience. This concept connects the physical laws of the universe with our psychological sense of time passing. It also explains why memories exist only of the past, not the future, and why causes come before effects. The arrow of time shows that time's passage is deeply rooted in the fundamental workings of the universe, not just in human perception. Understanding this helps us grasp why time feels so real and irreversible, even if its nature is more complex than it seems. Memory and perception of time. Our perception of time is deeply tied to how our brains process memories and experiences. We naturally divide life into past, present, and future, but this may be more about how our minds organize information than about time itself. Memory creates a sense of continuity, allowing us to remember what happened and anticipate what might come next. However, the present moment, the now, is fleeting and constantly changing, making it hard to grasp fully. Neuroscience shows that the brain constructs this flow of time by linking events and sensations, giving us a sense of progression. This means that what we experience as time passing could be a mental narrative rather than an external reality. Different people can perceive time differently depending on attention, emotions, or age, which further supports the idea that time is subjective. For example, moments of fear or excitement can feel like they stretch out, while routine tasks seem to pass quickly. This subjective experience of time challenges the notion of time as a fixed, objective dimension. Instead, time might be a personal, flexible experience shaped by how our brains interpret the world around us. Understanding this can help us become more mindful of how we live and appreciate the present moment more fully. Quantum mechanics and time. Quantum mechanics radically challenges our everyday understanding of time, revealing a reality far stranger than we imagine. At the tiniest scales, smaller than atoms, particles don't follow a straightforward timeline. Instead, they can exist in multiple states simultaneously, a phenomenon known as superposition. Even more puzzling is entanglement, where particles influence each other instantly across vast distances, defying classical ideas of cause and effect. This blurs the linear flow of time we take for granted. Some interpretations of quantum physics suggest that time might not be a fundamental dimension, but an emergent property arising from deeper, timeless laws. In this view, the distinctions between past, present, and future become less clear or even meaningless at the quantum level. What we experience as time could be a large-scale illusion created by the complex interactions of countless particles. This challenges not only physics but also our understanding of reality itself, pushing scientists and philosophers to rethink existence. Is time truly a basic part of the universe, or just a useful concept humans use to make sense of their experiences? This question remains one of the most profound in modern science, inviting us to explore the mysterious fabric of reality beyond everyday perception. Time in relativity versus everyday life. In our everyday lives, time feels fixed and absolute, a steady rhythm guiding our routines. However, physics reveals a far more complex picture. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is flexible and depends on your frame of reference, how fast you move or how close you are to massive objects like planets or stars. While these effects are profound in cosmic settings, they're incredibly subtle at human scales, which is why we rarely notice them in daily life. This creates a fascinating gap between scientific reality and our everyday experience. We rely on clocks and schedules that seem rigid and universal, but the universe operates with a fluid, relative concept of time. This contrast highlights that our perception of time is shaped more by practical needs than by cosmic truths. Recognizing this can deepen our appreciation for the complexity of time and encourage us to question long-held assumptions. Instead of seeing time as a fixed backdrop, we can start to view it as a dynamic, ever-changing part of the universe, one that challenges how we organize our lives and understand existence itself. This shift invites us to think beyond the clock and embrace a more nuanced understanding of reality. Philosophical views on time. Philosophers have long debated the nature of time, presenting two main views that challenge our everyday understanding: presentism and eternalism. Presentism holds that only the present moment truly exists. Past and future are illusions, no longer or not yet real. This aligns with our intuitive experience of time flowing, where the present continuously replaces the past. In contrast, eternalism argues that past, present, and future all exist simultaneously, like points on a vast landscape. Our sense of now is just a moving point of awareness within this timeless block. Eternalism finds support in physics, especially Einstein's relativity, which treats time as a dimension similar to space. These perspectives suggest that time might not be an external objective reality, but a mental construct shaped by how we perceive existence. This debate invites us to rethink our relationship with time, questioning whether what feels real is only a part of a larger, more complex universe. Understanding these views helps bridge philosophy and science, deepening our grasp of reality's true nature. Living beyond the illusion. If time is truly an illusion, it fundamentally changes how we live our lives. Instead of being slaves to clocks, deadlines, and schedules, we can shift our focus to the present moment, the only moment we genuinely experience. Letting go of the idea that time rigidly controls every second opens the door to a more fluid, mindful way of living. This mindset encourages us to fully embrace experiences without rushing toward the future or getting stuck in the past. It suggests that true happiness and meaning come from being present, not from chasing after time. Recognizing time as an illusion can relieve the stress and anxiety tied to its relentless passage, helping us appreciate life's moments as they unfold naturally. Rather than prisoners of time, we become mindful navigators, finding peace and fulfillment in the now. This shift transforms how we relate to ourselves, others, and the world, making life richer and more meaningful. Embracing the present moment allows us to live more deeply, free from the constraints of an imagined timeline, and opens a path toward greater awareness and contentment. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the illusion of time here on InnoVision Tech. If you enjoyed exploring these mind-bending ideas, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss our latest videos on cutting-edge science and technology. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share what fascinates you most about time or any questions you have. Together, let's keep pushing the boundaries of knowledge and innovation. Stay curious and see you in the next video. Russia commands one of the largest and most technologically advanced air forces in the world, boasting over 4,000 aircraft in active service. Its strategic bombers alone can reach targets thousands of kilometers away, projecting power on a global scale. But here's a striking fact. Russia's Tu-160 White Swan remains the fastest bomber ever built, capable of speeds over Mach 2. Do you know what makes this aircraft a game-changer in modern air warfare? Modernization of the Russian Air Force. Modernization of the Russian Air Force. Russian air power in 2025 is undergoing a transformation that's reshaping the balance of aerial strength on the global stage. At the heart of this evolution is the ambitious modernization of the Russian Air Force, driven by the introduction of cutting-edge aircraft designed to rival the best in the world. The Su-57, Russia's fifth-generation stealth fighter, stands out as a symbol of this leap forward. Combining stealth technology, supersonic speed, and advanced avionics, the Su-57 is engineered not just to survive in contested airspace, but to dominate it. This fighter is equipped with sophisticated sensors and weaponry that enable it to engage multiple targets simultaneously, making it a formidable opponent in any aerial engagement. Beyond the Su-57, Russia is upgrading its fleet of Su-35 and Su-30 fighters, ensuring that even its fourth-generation aircraft remain highly capable and relevant. This modernization effort isn't just about hardware. It also reflects a strategic shift toward greater operational flexibility and networked warfare. The Russian Air Force is integrating its aircraft with advanced command and control systems, allowing pilots to share real-time information and coordinate complex missions with precision. This interconnected approach enhances situational awareness and multiplies combat effectiveness. While challenges like budget constraints and aging infrastructure persist, Russia's commitment to revitalizing its air power signals its determination to maintain a credible and modern aerial force. The modernization of the Russian Air Force is not just about keeping pace with rivals, it's about asserting Russia's role as a dominant air power well into the future. Strategic bomber capabilities. Strategic bomber capabilities. How does a nation project power across continents without launching a single missile? The answer often lies with its strategic bomber fleet, and in 2025, Russia's capabilities in this domain remain a critical aspect of its air power. The formidable Tu-160, often dubbed the White Swan, continues to be the crown jewel of Russia's long-range aviation. This supersonic variable sweep wing bomber isn't just fast. It's designed to penetrate sophisticated air defenses and deliver both conventional and nuclear payloads over vast distances. Its recent upgrades include new engines and modern avionics, significantly extending its operational life and enhancing its combat effectiveness. Complementing the Tu-160 is the enduring Tu-95 Bear, a turboprop-powered strategic bomber that, despite its age, remains a reliable workhorse. The Tu-95 has also undergone modernization, incorporating new cruise missiles that allow it to strike targets from standoff ranges, minimizing exposure to enemy air defenses. These bombers are not merely delivery platforms, they are symbols of Russia's global reach and deterrence capabilities. Their presence in long-duration patrols over international waters serves as a clear demonstration of force, projecting influence far beyond Russia's borders. The strategic bomber fleet also plays a crucial role in supporting naval operations and conventional strike missions, offering a versatile platform for various military objectives. The continuous development and deployment of these bombers underscore Russia's commitment to maintaining a robust long-range aviation component, ensuring its ability to respond to threats and project power on a global scale for years to come. Drone and UAV integration. Drone and UAV integration, unmanned aerial vehicles have become a game-changer in modern warfare, and Russia is no exception in harnessing their potential to boost air power in 2025. The Russian military has accelerated the integration of drones and UAVs into its air force, recognizing their value not only for reconnaissance, but also for electronic warfare and precision strikes. These drones provide commanders with real-time intelligence, allowing for faster decision-making and more effective targeting without putting pilots at risk. Russia's UAV programs include a variety of platforms, from smaller tactical drones used for battlefield surveillance to larger armed drones capable of carrying out strike missions. What sets Russian drone development apart is the emphasis on electronic warfare capabilities embedded within these systems, enabling them to jam enemy communications and radar, disrupting adversary operations before a single missile is launched. This blend of reconnaissance, strike, and electronic attack roles makes drones a versatile force multiplier in Russia's aerial arsenal. Additionally, the use of drones in recent conflicts has provided valuable combat experience, helping refine tactics and improve drone technology. The growing drone fleet also complements manned aircraft by performing high-risk or prolonged missions, preserving pilot safety while maintaining battlefield pressure. As Russia continues to invest in drone innovation, including AI-assisted targeting and swarm technologies, its air power is evolving into a more flexible, networked force capable of dominating contested airspace. This shift not only enhances Russia's tactical options, but also signals a broader trend in warfare, where unmanned systems increasingly define air superiority. Air defense system synergy. When it comes to defending vast airspace, Russia doesn't rely on fighter jets alone. Its air defense systems form an impenetrable shield that complements its air force operations. The S-400 Triumph system is arguably the crown jewel of this layered defense network, capable of tracking and engaging multiple aerial targets, including stealth aircraft and ballistic missiles, at ranges exceeding 400 kilometers. But Russia isn't stopping there. The introduction of the S-500 Prometei promises to revolutionize air defense with even greater range, faster tracking, and the ability to intercept hypersonic threats. These systems don't operate in isolation. They are tightly integrated with Russian aircraft and command centers, creating a seamless web of detection and interception. This synergy allows pilots to maneuver with confidence, knowing that ground-based defenses cover their flanks. The combination of advanced radar, missile technology, and electronic warfare creates a multi-layered fortress that complicates any adversary's attack plans. Moreover, the mobility of these systems means they can be rapidly deployed to hotspots, adapting to shifting threats in real time. This integration of air defense and air force assets exemplifies Russia's approach to modern warfare, combining offense and defense into a cohesive, highly responsive force. As air threats evolve with new stealth and hypersonic technologies, Russia's layered air defense network ensures it remains a formidable challenge for any potential aggressor aiming to penetrate its skies. This strategic blend of technology and coordination is a key pillar of Russian air power in 2025, making its airspace one of the most heavily defended in the world. Electronic warfare and cyber capabilities. In modern aerial warfare, dominating the electromagnetic spectrum can be just as decisive as controlling the skies. Russia's investment in electronic warfare and cyber capabilities has become a cornerstone of its air power strategy in 2025. These advanced systems are designed to disrupt enemy radar, communications, and navigation, effectively blinding and confusing opposing forces before a single missile is fired. Russian EW units can jam or spoof enemy sensors, degrade targeting accuracy, and protect their own aircraft from detection, creating a significant tactical advantage. This electronic dominance extends beyond traditional jamming. It includes cyber operations that target command and control networks, undermining enemy coordination and response times. The integration of EW capabilities with manned and unmanned platforms allows Russia to conduct complex operations where electronic attacks soften defenses and pave the way for precision strikes. Recent conflicts have demonstrated how Russian electronic warfare can neutralize technologically superior adversaries by exploiting vulnerabilities in their systems. This layered approach to electronic and cyber warfare not only enhances survivability, but also forces opponents to adapt costly countermeasures, slowing their operational tempo. As air combat increasingly relies on sensors and data, Russia's focus on EW ensures it remains a formidable force capable of shaping the battlefield environment itself. This blend of electronic disruption and cyber offense is transforming Russian air power into a multi-dimensional threat, where control over information and technology is as critical as firepower. Training and readiness. What separates a good pilot from a great one? In 2025, Russia's air power relies heavily on the skill and readiness of its aviators, who undergo rigorous training designed to prepare them for the complexities of modern aerial combat. Russian pilots don't just fly, they train in highly realistic simulations that replicate the intense pressures of real battle, including electronic warfare environments and multi-threat scenarios. This continuous, immersive training sharpens their reflexes and decision-making, enabling them to operate advanced aircraft like the Su-57 and Su-35 with precision and confidence. Beyond individual skills, Russia emphasizes teamwork and coordination, conducting large-scale exercises that integrate air, ground, and naval forces to simulate joint operations. These drills test pilots' ability to adapt quickly, communicate effectively, and execute complex missions under stress. The Russian Air Force also invests in updating its training infrastructure, incorporating virtual reality and AI-driven tools to enhance learning outcomes. This focus on readiness ensures that when conflict arises, Russian pilots can maximize the capabilities of their aircraft and systems. Despite technological advances, human expertise remains a decisive factor in air superiority, and Russia's commitment to pilot training reflects an understanding that cutting-edge hardware is only as effective as the people who operate it. In a rapidly evolving battlefield, this blend of advanced technology and elite training keeps Russia's Air Force agile, lethal, and ready to face a wide range of challenges. Export and international influence. So, how does a country extend its influence beyond its borders without firing a single shot? Well, Russia's air power strategy in 2025 really leverages military exports as a powerful tool to build alliances and project influence worldwide. By supplying advanced aircraft like the Su-35 and MiG-29 to allied nations, Russia not only strengthens these countries' defense capabilities, but also deepens strategic partnerships. These exports come with training, maintenance, and technology transfers that create long-term dependencies, ensuring Russia's presence in key regions. This approach goes way beyond just selling hardware. It's really about shaping geopolitical dynamics through military cooperation. Countries in Asia, the Middle East, and Africa have become major recipients of Russian aircraft, benefiting from proven technology at competitive prices. This export strategy also fuels Russia's defense industry, providing funds that support further research and development. Moreover, by showcasing its aircraft in international air shows and joint exercises, Russia demonstrates the reliability and effectiveness of its air power, attracting new customers and, reinforcing its global standing. This blend of commerce and diplomacy through military aviation helps Russia maintain a foothold in regions critical to its interests, even where direct military presence is limited. In 2025, Russian air power isn't just about what happens in the skies over its own territory. It's also about extending reach and influence through the wings of its allies, making military exports a key pillar of its broader strategic vision. Challenges and limitations. Even the most advanced Air Force faces hurdles, and Russia's air power in 2025 is no exception. Despite some pretty impressive modernization efforts, there are several challenges that threaten to slow progress and limit operational effectiveness. One of the biggest obstacles is budget constraints, which really impact the pace of aircraft production, upgrades, and maintenance. Modern fighter jets like the Su-57 are just super expensive to build and maintain, and limited funding means Russia has to carefully balance new acquisitions with sustaining its existing fleet. Another issue lies in aging infrastructure. Honestly, many air bases and support facilities require modernization to keep up with the demands of advanced aircraft and digital warfare systems. Without upgrades, these facilities can become bottlenecks, which reduces readiness and response times. Additionally, Russia faces difficulties in sourcing some high-tech components domestically due to sanctions and export restrictions, which forces reliance on alternative suppliers or indigenous development, and that can delay projects. Maintaining operational readiness while transitioning to newer platforms is also a really delicate balancing act. Retiring older aircraft too quickly risks gaps in capability, while keeping them too long strains resources and logistics. Furthermore, pilot shortages and the need for continuous advanced training add even more complexity to sustaining an effective force. These challenges don't negate Russia's air power, but they do highlight the realities of modern military development. Overcoming these hurdles is going to require strategic planning, investment, and innovation. Russia's ability to address these limitations will ultimately shape how effectively its air force can project power and defend its interests in the years ahead. Role in hybrid and regional conflicts. When air power meets real-world conflict, theory turns into hard-earned experience. Russian air forces have actively participated in hybrid and regional conflicts over the past decade, using these engagements as live testing grounds for tactics, technology, and operational concepts. Syria, for instance, became a proving ground where Russia deployed a mix of advanced fighters, bombers, drones, and electronic warfare systems to support ground operations and test new weapons under combat conditions. These missions provided invaluable data on the effectiveness of precision strikes, air defense suppression, and coordination with other military branches. Similarly, ongoing involvement in Ukraine has pushed Russian air power to adapt rapidly to evolving threats, including countering Western-supplied air defense systems and drones. These conflicts have exposed both strengths and vulnerabilities, which has driven accelerated modernization and tactical innovation. The experience gained has influenced pilot training, drone deployment strategies, and electronic warfare tactics, making the Russian Air Force more battle-hardened and versatile. Moreover, these regional engagements highlight Russia's ability to project air power in complex environments where conventional warfare blends with asymmetric threats. This practical application of air power ensures that Russia's aerial capabilities are not just theoretical, but tested and refined in the crucible of conflict. As a result, Russian air power in 2025 is shaped by real combat experience, making it a dynamic force that continues to evolve in response to modern warfare's challenges and demands. Future outlook and developments. So, what will the future of Russian air power look like beyond 2025? The answer, honestly, lies in a bold vision that combines cutting-edge technology with strategic innovation to maintain and expand air superiority. Hypersonic weapons are at the forefront of this evolution, promising to revolutionize strike capabilities by delivering ultra-fast, hard-to-intercept attacks that can overwhelm enemy defenses. Russia is actively integrating these weapons into its bomber and missile platforms, aiming to create a new level of deterrence and battlefield dominance. Alongside hypersonics, the expansion of drone fleets, especially autonomous and swarm technologies, will totally redefine how Russia conducts reconnaissance and offensive operations, allowing for more flexible, persistent, and cost-effective missions. Stealth technology is also evolving, with continuous improvements to aircraft like the Su-57, and potential new designs that enhance survivability in increasingly contested airspaces. Beyond hardware, Russia is investing heavily in artificial intelligence and network-centric warfare, enabling faster data sharing, improved targeting, and more coordinated multi-domain operations. This future-focused approach really reflects an understanding that tomorrow's air battles will be fought not just with speed and firepower but with information dominance and technological edge. While challenges remain, Russia's commitment to innovation ensures its air force will remain a formidable force capable of adapting to emerging threats and maintaining strategic influence. The trajectory of Russian air power is clear, a blend of advanced weapons, smart technology, and integrated systems designed to secure its place as a dominant aerial power well into the next decade and beyond. Thanks for watching this deep dive into Russian air power with InnoVision Tech. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on the latest in technology and innovation, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss an update. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and tell us what fascinates you most about modern air forces or what topics you want us to cover next. Stay curious, and let's explore the future of tech together.